Hello all and welcome to another case study video. On this video, we're going to be talking about GBPJPY and how we found this trade right here. Okay, which I then actually held it until here and finally closed. Okay, so we're going to break this down, exactly how I found this entry, why I took it in the first place, and my thinking behind it. So let's go into the charts. Okay, so long term, overall bullish. Okay, since we had our COVID crash in here, again, we already know about March 2020. Since we had that crash in there, this area here, 18.0.950 has always been my target. Okay, I already knew that was going to happen for various reasons, which again, we discussed in our mentorship in a very detailed manner. So we're going to the monthly. Okay, from the monthly, we understood that once this COVID crash happened, our natural targets will first be here, which we accomplished. The second target will be here, which we're waiting to accomplish. I'm not sure exactly how it's going to happen yet. Okay, so you can see my overall outlook. I'm just thinking, yeah, from point of interest to point of interest to the next point of interest overall. Okay, we take market structure into account and the bigger time frames. We mix this all in, and then we get monster trades. So very simple. That's how we found just trade over here. End of video. No, I'm joking. So let's go into the monthly. Okay, once we came into here, everybody understood the market structure just here. Okay, again, we always say the markets are fractal, meaning we see the same things on all time frames. It just depends how you see it and what context you put it in. So again, we understood we got this breaker structure right here. So once we had that breaker structure, understanding that the overall market structure is to come into here anyway. So this was just a pullback. Okay, all of this right now is a pullback into here minimum. So understanding that, we brought the structure here. We brought that structure there. Looking at this back in 2019, 2020, already understood this area here was our entry zone. Okay, it did that in 2016. Okay, headed up into here. Okay, and then made this low in here. So again, this is where we started looking at it. Okay, this crash here. Okay, not as clean as the GBP USD one. Okay, I'll show you the slight differences. Just understand this low here, and look at the GBP USD. Okay, boom. So we've got a nice divergence between that. Understanding that divergence is what led us to understanding what would potentially happen with GBP USD and then GBP JPY likewise. So not exactly the same kind of spike, but once we saw that in GBP USD, we understood we should be looking for the same things also. Okay, and then same as GJ, I'm showing you now, we had that target for here, here, and then ultimately over there. So let's go back to GJ. Looking at that, once we saw that move, boom, this was the target. We finally reached it 11 months later. Nice. Okay, hit that. So let's come into the weekly and I'll just make the screen more manageable. Okay, so we got that low there. So since then, okay, just been making high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows, high highs, high lows. Okay, leading us into this liquidity creation over here, and we ultimately want to get into debt. So now this is where things start to get interesting, because we know this price action was heavily manipulated from the end of 2020. Okay, interest rates, all that kind of stuff, inflation. Okay, this was that manipulation, hedge bets, the way it went. Okay, we won't talk about this on this segment, but we already know what's happening there, which is not healthy at all. Probably, I mean, some people say probably not even legal, but we'll leave that for another time. Okay, so we know this pullback is likely to happen at some point, just not when. I don't know. We don't know. We just have to wait and see. But we know that's likely to happen at some point. When it does happen, I don't want to miss it. I want to be on the right side of it, probably taking it down with them too. So until we get there, now we've got a new range, okay? Because this was the trading range at first. Okay, we had that very big impulse trading range there. Okay, and then we'll just move this and make it smaller. Then we've got a new range here. So no matter what I want, no matter what I think, I have to focus on this trading range now. Why? Okay, this was the trading range I was expecting to pull back into, but now it's made a new range because it's broken above this high right here. Okay, so this is the new trading range I have to focus on. Okay, so understanding that, let's take a step back and why we actually bought in the first place. Okay, so take it back. So when we was here, in and around here, I remember we got very clean 4-hour trades just in and around this area. So then was hoping that would be the trigger to take us down into this demand zone right here. Okay, but let's go into the daily. The picture changes ever so slightly now. Okay, so let's go into the daily and we're here. So understanding that we broke liquidity here, if we go to the 4 hour, okay, real quick, okay, that was a major shift in momentum right there. Okay, we had this previous low, which is bullish. We had a major shift in momentum right there. So understanding that now, start looking at these areas thinking, we should be bearish. Okay, we should be bearish. So we're gonna start looking in and around these areas for some sells. Okay, and I'm just gonna go by some daily just to speed things up. Start looking for some sells in that area, very, very decent sells. I was hoping we'll maybe break this low here and come take this liquidity here. But as it so happens, okay, we did this. Okay, we did this. Breaker structure came back into here, and I was thinking, oh, are we going to respect this area and drop even more, or are we going to go higher? We can only wait and see. So what happened? Okay, we respected that area. What's my first intention? Okay, when we respected that area, my first intention was let's set it back down into these areas here. Take our liquidity, breaker structure, IPA fill, the whole lot. Okay, but what do I always say to my clients, and what do I always say to the students? Focus on what's in front of you. What does that simply mean? Okay, if we had this down candle in front of us, focus on that first. Yes, you could sell from here, hoping for the best to come into here. But if this was a roadblock, a police stop, whatever you want to call it, this will be an obstacle. So I now say, let's focus on that first. Yes, you could take a TP here and hold some trades, take a partial, whatever it is, maybe even close the entire trade and wait to see what happens here. But I'm more interested in thinking, if we don't break past here, I'm now looking for some buys. Okay, I'm now looking for some buys in here. Okay, on a daily is a very nice number. Okay, 149,250. Again, if you're watching previous videos, you already know how specific we are with our numbers as well. Okay, so I like that. So from there, I'm just thinking, if we do respect it, where the hell are we going? Okay, and let's just roll this back, because yes, we know we're already, but we're in replay mode right now. My first target, again, a very, very specific number in 153,500. Okay, which then leads us into this in here. Okay, 154,500. Okay, and then from there, hopefully take out this high, which is at 156, and then you got 156,800 would be the number I focused on in there. Okay, very specific numbers, I know. So when we do that, okay, well, we haven't done that yet. Let's explain this. So when we're in here, I want to see how that area is going to react. Okay, marked it up. Okay, marked it up, just ready, just in case. Okay, the key thing I notice here is this break in structure, which is a very key element. Okay, it's a break in structure, but what do we understand that as? From my clients will say, we understand that as an internal high. Because if we're bearish and we broke structure here, this whole thing in here now is just that internal range. Okay, this is another trading range. So everything inside that now is internal. So when this happens and we come right into this candle and we get that sell, very good. I should have done a case study on that one, but I like the buy better because the buy is what we care about. But anyway, again, we see our signature move. Okay, we see our signature move. And again, this is literally game for free. This is literally game for free for you guys. Okay, if you're not picking up all the clues and exactly how we trade and what we're looking for, I don't know what you're, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'll just leave it as that. Okay, so boom, you see a signature move, boom, 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 boom. And then we tap into that 152,500, very specific number, right? So when I'm looking at it, I'm like, that's a great move. I'm selling it, I'm great, in profit. We're going to take it all the way down into those IPAs, but what's stopping us? This and the daily. So I just say, cool, let's see how it plays out. Okay, so when it finally does come into this area, okay, you see how it reacts. Okay, you see how it reacts very, very precisely. Okay, so from there, I was like, damn, all right, cool. Let me close my buys. That would have been a nice buy from there, especially understanding after when I looked at this that I was considering buying from the daily. Okay, and the stop will only be 20 pips, max 30 is all we needed. But I didn't realize that at the time, and I was thinking, damn, I went to the smaller time frames, done all that madness, and I didn't get into the trade anyway because it went past the area. But if I just looked at the daily, I would have had the 20 pip stop. So cool. I'm now closing out my buys, and then from there we see price come back into this again. Okay, so what do you think we do? I don't sell. A lot of people looking for sells in here. I said, probably not a good idea, especially because we didn't take out this low. So it's probably not a good idea to take a sell from there because we didn't break structure to continue going down. So when I'm looking at that, I'm just like, cool, this is where my interest peaks. Okay, this is where my interest peaks. Looking at this whole thing, I was like, we're kind of covered here. We could jump into this IPA, but it doesn't look likely. So this is where my interest peaks. We see this in here, see this gap, we see this, we see this, we see this down candle, which then create a new trading range. That's that 152 area that I was talking about prior, where many people was looking to sell from. And for a bit, I was thinking, damn, did I just miss a sell? Okay, so we start doing this. Okay, doing that, and we respect this candle. I was hoping we fill this IPA here. Okay, hoping we fill this IPA here, but price always decides what it wants to do, and we follow. So I was hoping to fill the IPA there. Okay, it did its thing, it didn't come to it. We bounced off this candle, we respected this down candle. Okay, respected it because we know there's a lot of money in there, so boom, respected it. What did that do in essence? Okay, in essence, again, then the signature move. Okay, takes out the low, boom, shifts up. So now this is my main focus, and I would love if it came into here, but the price tells me, yeah, we don't really want to go there. So I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. Where do you want to go then? And then this is where the next clue comes in. Same thing again, same thing you probably notice here, here. Same thing happens again. So I'm like, focus on this area now. Okay, got this nice IPA zone in here. So I'm like, great. Okay, great. Watching this area, and we're seeing what's going to happen now. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, it looks like a very good trade. Looks like a very good trade. Okay, IPA is playing around in here. Let's see what time these are happening. Again, Asia session. Surprise, surprise. Okay, so that's happening. And then I'm waiting to London session. Okay, in and around that. Why? London session, again, that's for the mentorship, that's for another day. So boom, I tap into there. Great trade. Okay, risk 10 pips if you want to be, well, 7 or 8 pips to be very aggressive, and then to be on the safer side, 25. So this is why we got that trade right there, just simply like that. Okay, so now we're in. What's the target? What's the focus? Okay, target and focus is, okay, we missed that whole thing from there firstly. Okay, which is I would have loved to get, but unfortunately didn't get it. So what's the target from there? I'm just like, if we do react from there, we could take out this high, do everything I wanted, okay, come into there, and then maybe look at taking out this high. So just like that, okay, just like that, and I'll build the, okay, let's be very specific what I wanted. Here, I wanted to take out 156,580, again, very specific number. Okay, that was my initial TP. So let's just do long position, okay, from here. Okay, and then our stop was 20 pips, or no, 20 pips. Okay, so let's just leave this 12.5. Okay, and I wanted to take out 5, 6, and then 800. That was a specific. Let's be very specific with this. We're very specific with everything else, so why not with this? Okay, so 800, 12 pip stop. Okay, risk to reward, as you can see, ridiculous numbers. Okay, it wasn't very specific that. Okay, about 47 to 1. Okay, 47 to 1, which is why I held the trade forever. Okay, even past my TP point. Okay, took some partials here, which then lowers the risk to reward ratio. Okay, but holding this trade overall for that move. Okay, so I'm just going to leave this in the daily head play. Okay, boom, done, just like that. So very, very clean trade, and it took a matter of, let's go back. Okay, so what we've got here took, okay, let's just say to my TP area. Okay, about 8 days, 8 to 10 days. Okay, how many pips? 500 or so. Very clean trades. Okay, we don't make things very complicated here. Okay, it's very simple, black and white. Okay, you get it entry. We know, again, you never buy or sell without knowing where you go. That's one thing we teach. Okay, you can't just buy and say, you know what, I'm hoping for 30 pips. Why? Why do you want 30 pips? Why should it go 30 pips? Okay, there's a reason the charts move all the time. It doesn't just move randomly because it feels like it. Every time a pip moves, it costs someone a lot of money. So if it's just randomly going to move, and people haven't got the money to burn just like that, even though they might be wealthy, might be banks moving it, but even then, no one wants to lose money. Okay, no one wants to lose money. So the charts are not just randomly moving because they want to. There's always an objective behind every single move. Okay, why price went to here, mitigate out of this. Why price came to here, mitigate out of this. Why price came to here, mitigate out of that. Came to here, mitigate out of that, and then boom, away we went. Everything's happening for a reason. The quicker you understand that, and the quicker you learn how to take trades for specific reasons, you understand, is this going to be a short-term trade? Is it going to be a long-term trade? Okay, in here, more short-term to medium-term trades. But as soon as I bought here, I was like, this is a long-term trade now because there's only one place this is going. Take out liquidity here. So understanding these things, it makes the biggest difference. So right now, what's the bias? The bias is we just broke structure. We've taken liquidity potentially. Remember our initial thought process was, can we come into here? Potentially that could still happen. Why? We've done taking out liquidity. We've done what we need to do above. Below, a lot of price action is missing in here. And again, for very manipulated reasons. But again, like I said, we'll leave it. I just find it funny because I was like, this world can't be real. But we understand that, cool, what is in front of us if we wanted to go down there? Right now, what's in front of us? Okay, let's go back to the daily. And you already see I've marked it out. Very specific pricing again. Okay, if you're not understanding what's going on here and you're not picking up on why we're looking at these specific numbers, it's probably a good idea to come onto the mentorship or reach out to us, or maybe come to an event that we're having on the 18th of December. Okay, again, tickets now available, well, not available yet. We need to publish it to our clientele first, and then we'll make it available to the public. But by the time you're watching this video, it probably will be available to the public, because in about 2 hours, I'll be having that call with the clients and then making them first pick and then the rest to the public. So yeah, if you do want to come down, again, you know what to do. Simply go to Eventbrite, search Swim with the Sharks, Smart Money Masterclass by Forex over May, and then boom, you can buy your ticket, add it to your calendar. It's the address, there's free parking on site, and these are things we're going to be covering. And you can ask your questions if you want to ask your questions. Okay, so that's that. So right now, we're thinking, can we potentially come back down into this daily? Or who knows, maybe even lower, but right now, it would just be the daily area. So with that being said, we marked out some areas, again, very specific numbers. Okay, and here we are. Okay, dropping down. Very, very clean trades. And I wonder if I still got a print screen of this. I don't remember what worksheet I might have put it on. No, I just had a monthly on that one. And on this one, I don't think I put it in here. What's this? No, that's from a long time ago. Yeah, I stopped using this worksheet some time ago. I started using this one. But yeah, don't know if it'll be a nightmare trying to find it in here. Okay, but let's just go into this. So again, our initial trade that we wanted was to sell from there. Okay, but we actually filled this IPA here and then started dropping. And now prices kind of floating in and around this area. So again, it is Monday, not the best days to trade. So, well, making this video is Monday. By the time you're watching this, I'll probably upload it on a Tuesday or Wednesday. Okay, so yeah, we're just thinking, what's the possibility of dropping back into these areas? And again, like I said, we're always buying or selling for a specific reason. We're not just buying because we want 30 pips, 50 pips here and there. Whereas like, why is price trying to go to specific areas? And again, this is what we teach. And this is how you start to understand directional bias. Again, the simple way I put it is like getting into your car and then deciding where you want to go for the day. It doesn't work like that, does it? You decide where you want to go for the day and then you get into your car. Okay, or even public transport. If you want to get on a train, you don't just get on a train and think, where should I go? You've already made your journey plan and then you've gone to the train. Same as trading. You don't just enter trades because you feel like it, or you think, oh, look, where should I go today? Or how many pips do I think it's going to do? No, we understand exactly where it's going, where it's trying to go, where they're losing money, so on and so forth. And then we get into the trades, into that direction, which is why we could hold trades for a very long time. And it's not just one trade, you just keep stacking up on it. Okay, you can see here I was cheeky, bought some more. Okay, in and around here, bought some more, closed out, bought some more, closed out. You can have fun with it. Okay, it's not just one trade that you're holding for a week, 2 weeks, or 1 month, whatever it is. You keep on stacking to your positions until you get into that direction that you actually truly want. Okay, so within this 500 pips or so, it's not just one trade you could hold. You can literally do this in and out, because on the smaller time frames, there's going to be pullbacks. So you get in again, another pullback, get in again, another pullback, get in again, and you just keep doing it until you finally get to your destination. Okay, so that's going to be it for this case study. Okay, like I said, if you have been watching these videos for some time and maybe wanted to ask questions but never really knew how to, and you do live in and around London, or if you don't and you can actually make it down to London, here you go. This is a perfect chance for you to actually do so. Okay, come down, ask questions, see us in person, and actually see us breaking down some things. So until next time, I will leave you with that. Wish you the best. Good learning, good trading. Take care.